Not as cold as yesterday, but chilly to say the least. Hey, the groundhog said we had an early spring coming, so I am looking forward to shaving the beard, kind of getting back on track with the warm weather. I miss mowing my fucking yard. I know that's a weird thing to say, but oh man, fresh cut grass smell is so nice. And then since I've been cleaning up the house a little bit, it's been a lot nicer inside. Oh, by the way, I know I wear a lot of the same stuff. I have multiple items of the same thing, and then the woman at the house, my boss, my significant other, she does laundry an insane amount of time. Like, I can wear this yesterday to the gym. This is the same one. I can wear it yesterday to the gym. And she'll have it washed already. She'll just go ahead and wash it. She's like, oh, it needs washed. Which, I don't mind. I always have clean clothes. So today, I wanted to talk about influencers. And who to pick as an influencer. You know, like me. Because I see a lot of young people and even older people find influencers on the internet, and sometimes, you know, people pick the wrong people. Like, I'm motivated to go to the gym. I've always been motivated to go to the gym. I don't need an influencer to go to the gym. But, you know, if I were to pick one today, like when I started my fitness journey, you know, I was watching like Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, things like that, you know, them videos, Lee Priest, you know, but unknowingly to me, I had picked influencers that kind of steered me the wrong way. And all I mean by that is, like, I don't take drugs. I don't. There's no reason for me to take drugs. I don't, you know, my testosterone levels are fine. I don't need TRT. I don't need steroids. I'm not ever going to be a professional bodybuilder. I don't do the drug life. I never ever will. And if I ever post pictures of my physique on YouTube, you guys will understand. Like, oh yeah, he really doesn't do drugs. I'm like, dude, I'm the average Joe who's big. Like, I'm just big. Like I said in the last video, I'm built like a gorilla. But when you pick them as you're picking your influencer, kind of understand something. Like, when I was watching Ronnie Coleman, or when I was watching Lee Priest, or when I was watching Jay Cutler, or, you know, those people, they're doing stuff that I'm never gonna do. Even now, Sam Sulek, and Sam Sulek is he has an amazing mind. I really like his brain and how he thinks, and like his effort and things like that. Now, that part of him is great. Is he open about like the drug use and bodybuilding and stuff like that? Let's be honest. That's kind of, when you're that big, it's, you know, it's kind of implied. So he doesn't have to be open about it. And I kind of like his approach on things. But one thing I will say is, if you're going to eat like that and do things like that, make sure you are doing it for your own goals. Don't copy exactly what he does. Yes, is the chocolate milk a great idea? Of course it is. It's a great idea. You're going to hit your calories with that. You're going to have fats and sugars. It's an excellent idea. But just because he eats 5,400 calories, if you're a natural guy and you're trying to gain weight and things like that, you don't need 5,000 calories. He is bodybuilding. Understand what your influencers are doing. Understand that. Understand the people that you follow, what they're doing. Ronnie Coleman, when he was lifting 800 pounds, eating, you know, 10,000 calories a day, 24 chicken breasts in a day, you know. Understand what they're doing. And if you're going to bodybuild and you're going to go down that road, by all means, do it. Do it, and do it 110%. Don't ever negate yourself that. Find people, know people, get that stuff done, and make sure you're safe. A lot of these guys, the reason they're still around is because they're safe. Look at Arnold. He was safe. It was a different era, and I believe that was probably the greatest bodybuilding era of all time for motivation. And then some of you other guys, football players, who'd be influencers like Randy Moss, Barry Sanders, know their character, know your physical traits that you do. Like if you're a 6-foot guy and you're looking for someone to like model yourself after, pick a guy around your size. If you're a quarterback and you're shorter, Drew Brees, Baker Mayfield, even Russell Wilson, he's still a good quarterback. He's just same thing I talk about with Baker Mayfield. Still a great quarterback, just a different level of system. They're both play action pass quarterbacks. Anyway, oh my God, it was stiff. Even that, know what your goals are. Defensive players, go for find the motivation, find the workouts. Like one of my favorite people to like look at as a person is Tim the Tatman. He's a YouTube streamer. He used to be a Twitch streamer. He games, and I like Nick Merckx as well. I think those two are really, really cool because Nick Merckx, he lifts weights, he's very motivated, kind of outgoing, kind of like me. The only difference is I don't associate with people too well. I kind of like lay low. That's just the way I choose to be. I'm not gonna, oh my God, I'm all over the place. I don't go out and things like that. I like to, I'm a hermit. I like to chill. Unless I'm out and about, less things can happen, and I don't have to get angry about things. And even the last time I went out, some dude hit on my girl, and I almost blew my freaking top. But anyway, back on subject. But yeah, pick influencers. If you're trying to do certain things in life, find motivation. Like there's a dude on Instagram, John, whatever his name is. He's a big, just jacked individual, and obviously he's done drugs, and obviously he's like a bodybuilder and things like that. But he's very motivational, and you see like comments, and they're all like hate, like, oh, get the trend out of your body, get this out. But listen to what he's saying. And look at the recipes he makes. Now, some of them are kind of gross, but some of them are really, really good. I've tried them. Because he likes sugar-free syrup, and I know how that stuff's made. I'm not putting that in my body. Anywho, just pick your influencers good. Pick people that aren't on one side, like Tim. Tim does like FanDuel, and he also says bet responsibly, but you can do this, and then I'm not a Bradley Martin guy. Some people like his approach, and you can do that. There's actually some women out there that are very motivational. Dana Lynn Bailey is motivational for fitness. Some people, there's a lot of people that speak out, and there's a lot of people that talk about a whole bunch of other stuff. And if you find something like that, and you find it motivational, and you think it's going down the right track, and it's something you believe in, go with it. Don't limit yourself. Find the knowledge. If like for me, I love Christian McCaffrey. Is one of the people that I find very motivational. How hard he works and the workouts that he does and things like that. So like I watch his workouts. I'll never look like Christian McCaffrey. I am not that dedicated. His dedication is like a 12. My dedication is like an 8. I have a lot more room for leeway than Christian McCaffrey. But people like that motivate me. Tim the Tatman, Nick Merckx, even Dr. Disrespect. If you take his character, like how hard he's worked on that character, and you just look at it as a whole, as that whole thing, and how much he brought that up. And of course, there was all that drama with him and things like that. But if you take all that away and you look at what he built, and now he's building games and things like that, working with FanDuel, those are people that are super, super motivational too. You want to build your own business. There's people on YouTube that can walk you through how to do a business, how to do this. Like, I actually have 2 really small businesses that I do that makes me extra money. And, it's great. It's great to freaking have extra money flow come in, and find people like that. If you're not going to be a professional athlete, or you're not into fitness and you want to work on other things, be an entrepreneur, I have 2 little small businesses that I do. It makes me extra money when I want extra money. If I don't feel like going in and doing 12 hours, I got one job that I can literally sit down and the money just comes to me because I sell things, and that's really fun, especially when you put them on auction and I know what I paid for the item, and I know what I'm selling it for, and I keep watching the number go up. I'm like, oh, well, that's a 600% profit on that. And even if I made $30 on something, say I bought something for like $5 and I auctioned it off and it went for like $33. I mean, that profit margin is absolutely insane. So still, as long as you're making money, it doesn't matter. And I do a lot of like selling, things like that. And then the other thing I do, which, I do some soft washing for people, roof cleaning. I'm not big. I just do it myself, and, I make extra money like that. And honestly, that's my favorite extra job because it's very, very fulfilling. I like doing that. I am actually thinking about doing something else too, part-time, because I'm a very curious individual, and I like to experiment. My only problem is, and I don't know where I got this trait from, is I don't like to have help. I like to do a lot of things myself. So, I like to experiment. I like to, do things myself. And I think that's a lot of like, just like influential shit, me trying to learn life and do things myself, find out what I like to do, not like to do how I set things up and not. And I think part of that's just how I grew up. And like, I was super into superheroes, and a lot of the superheroes, when you watch them, their origin story, they're always like picked on and things like that. And then they persevere, usually by themselves. And that's kind of like how I got that, I think, that persona growing up. And my dad was super independent too. I love that motherfucker. But yeah, pick your influencers wisely. It's super important, because don't set yourself, if you're going to watch an influencer and they're going to influence your decisions on life, don't let it be someone who's they're not in the same trajectory, or they're pretty much going to poison your idea of what you need to do. I know I keep coming back to the fitness thing because I love fitness. I love, I love working out. I love that kind of thing. But if you're going to sit there and you're going to watch certain people, understand what you're getting into. Like, natural people should find natural bodybuilders. If you want to watch, some bodybuilders just freaking rip weight and get huge, like Sam Sulek, Arnold, Lee Priest, Ronnie, Jay, then watch them guys, but just understand you're not going to get that big. A lot of natural people like to watch DLB. I know she has this aura around her. Is she natural or not? Who cares? Who cares? She does really healthy recipes, and she actually is very influential for a lot of women. So, like that, or wrestlers. If you want to be a wrestler, if you want to be a doctor, anything, just find whatever you can that influences you in that path. Like, with my little 2 side businesses, I found 2 things that I actually like doing, and it's fun for me. So that's really cool for me to, kind of deal with that. And then, of course, my job is cake. I love my job. My job isn't anything that as influence to do. It works with machines, and I like machines, so it kind of up my alley in that. Treat your body like a machine, watch it run, and you want to look at a machine and see it, watch it run, and you're like, oh, hey, this is pretty cool, So that's how I kind of got that going. But yeah, anyway, the whole thing about this whole video was just, watch your influencers, watch who you find motivation from, and make sure they're going to head you on the right path, and make sure you're going down the right path. Don't poison your own life just because somebody else is doing something and you're like, oh, I want to be just like that person, and then you end up screwing yourself along the way. Take risks, yes, but do not let other people that you're looking at from afar influence you to make a bad decision. Know what you want to do, and then find your goal and do it, and find your motivation along the way, the right direction. Don't take bad advice. And if you want to know if it's bad advice, ask more than one person. Ask a business owner, then ask another business owner, and ask another business owner, and see what they all say. Because more than likely, you're not going to get steered the wrong way by more than one of them. You'll have one. Definitely going to have one, because they don't want you to take their business, but, that's just that. But all right, y'all. It's 2:30 in the morning. Time to get this pump going, then go home and go to bed and start my rotation at work. So you probably won't see me for about 5-6 days. But yeah, I'll be back. It's hard to make videos when I gotta sleep for like 6 hours, work out, and then hurry up and go to work. So, all right, guys, stay positive, and whatever you do, enjoy life, have fun.